Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Newsbrowse News broadcast. The Canadian press reports that British Columbia's estimated costs for hosting World Cup matches in Vancouver have surged again, potentially reaching $729 million. This figure is almost triple the initial estimate made in 2022, which was between $240 million and $260 million. The latest projection also marks a $129 million, 2,200% increase from the June 2025 estimates of $532 million to $624 million. Provincial officials indicate that total costs will be partially offset by up to $615 million in revenue and contributions, which could reduce net costs to between $90 million and $114 million. This revenue includes $100 million in federal security funding from Public Safety Canada and $116 million from Sport Canada. The province expects to recoup costs mainly through a 2.5% hotel tax, projected to generate $250 million to $260 million from tourists by 2030, and significant revenue from BC Place Stadium. Jobs Minister Ravi Kahlon anticipates approximately $1 billion in additional GDP for BC's economy from increased out-of-province visitors. Final cost figures are not expected until spring 2027. An international panel of human rights experts, the Permanent People's Tribunal, has delivered a preliminary conclusion accusing Canada of committing genocide against its Indigenous population. The Canadian press reports that the panel, which held a week of hearings in Montreal, found that Canada historically adopted a series of policies deemed crimes against humanity with genocidal intent. These policies include the introduction of the residential school system and the forced sterilization of Indigenous women. The tribunal also criticized Canada for failing to meet its responsibilities outlined by the Truth and Reconciliation Commission in 2015. Survivors present at the hearings were visibly emotional as the three tribunal members read out the decision. The full judgment from the International Opinion Court, established in 1979 to investigate human rights violations, is expected to be handed down on September 30th, coinciding with the National Day for Truth and Reconciliation. Mohamed Abdullah Warsame, a homeless Canadian citizen with known ties to al-Qaida, has pleaded guilty in Montreal to charges of threatening to bomb public transit. According to the Canadian press, Warsame also admitted to calling a Passport Canada office from detention and threatening to blow it up. Warsame previously pleaded guilty in Minnesota in 2009 for providing material support to al-Qaida, having attended training camps in Afghanistan in 2000, where he met the organization's founder, Osama bin Laden. His lawyer highlighted his client's homelessness and mental illness, noting that Montreal police initially directed him to mental health services before his arrest by the RCMP at a hospital psychiatric ward in June 2025. The case is scheduled to return to court in September. CTV News reports that Metro Vancouver Transit Police are asking the public for assistance in their investigation into an alleged sexual assault. The incident occurred on Tuesday between 30 p.m. and 3:55 p.m. near the Expo Line SkyTrain tracks in East Vancouver, specifically on Stainsbury Avenue between Victoria Drive and Walker Street. Investigators are seeking dashcam video from drivers who were in that area at the specified time, as well as anyone who may have been walking there. Authorities have withheld specific details about the assault itself, but they have assured the public that they do not believe there is an increased risk. The investigation is ongoing, and no further information is available at this time. Anyone with relevant information or video is urged to contact Transit Police at 6-804-515-8300 or text 877777, referencing file number 2026-13363. 5 communities in British Columbia's interior region recorded or matched record high temperatures on Thursday, as a blanket of warm weather settled over much of Western Canada, City News Everywhere reports. Pemberton and Trail both tied previous highs, reaching 34.4 degrees Celsius. For Trail, this temperature had not been recorded on May 28 since 1934. Kelowna saw temperatures climb to 34.1 degrees Celsius, surpassing its old record of 32.7 degrees set in 1995. Summerland and Vernon also experienced daily high records, reaching 32.6 and 33.8 degrees Celsius respectively. This follows a trend of numerous high-temperature records falling in recent days across Alberta, Saskatchewan, and Manitoba, with much of the wider region currently under a heat warning as temperatures are expected to reach up to 35 degrees Celsius. That's all for this video. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.